Hey everyone, today we'll be working with React Native and React Navigation Library. So we'll be creating two screens and a stack so that we can navigate between one screen to another. This library allows you to customize these transitions and the animations, and so we will see a way to customize it and also align between platforms because by default the library has a default behavior for Android and a default behavior for iOS. Okay, so let's go. Here I have a navigation app. So I created a project from scratch using React Native, and we will do our navigation and the screens. So let's start by installing some stuff. So we need to go to reactnavigation.org, then we go to redocs, and pretty much we just need to follow these. So we will need to install this package. So I will install it. Okay, so it's installing. Then we will need also to install some dependencies, which are these one here. And let's go. So now it's installed the other one. So let's install these ones. And what more? So now we also need to change the way. So we need to do pod install on iOS. That's the first one. But before, I also need to install and also do these modifications for Android. But we also want to do some install of the navigator. So let's try to see where is it. So we have tabs, multiple tabs, navigation, home navigator, additional resources. Uh, uh, uh. Navigators, yes, navigators. So then stack. So this is the one we will be using instead of the native stack, because this one allows us to yeah, basically edit the transitions between them. So what we need to do also is to install this one. So let me install it immediately. Then we need to install this one here. Okay, so let's do it. And then I need to import this one on our app.js. So let's do it. On the app.js, we can import on the top this one, and also we can go back to whatever. Okay, no, this one we don't need for now. So that's cool. And now I can go back and also do this change on the project, on the Android project. Exactly. So let's go there. I need to open the Android folder, then app, and then source, main, Java, main activity, which is where they want this. And we can create our the override here. And we should be good. And also we need to, yeah, add the import to the top of the file. So let's import the bundle. So now I think we have everything that we will need. So now we can also follow these one. So I will install the pods on iOS and also npx pod install that you can do from the root. Otherwise, you would need to go to cd iOS and then do pod install, but that's fine. And I will also go to Android and do Gradle Gradle clean. Oops. So Gradle clean, just to clean the project, and then we should be good, and we should start our project and coding there, and then we can see the changes on the emulators. So while this does that, let's start. So we will start by creating a navigation container. Navigation, nope, navigation container, and this one will include here some some stacks. So a stack. So let's call it main stack and create stack navigator. Yes, that's the correct one. Then we will be able to do main. So let's main stack. Then we will create a navigator, and inside that one we will also create some screens. So that's the idea. One screen and another screen so that we can do some transitions. And this is it. So now I need to create a name for it. So let's call it screen 1. And then also here name screen 2. And then both of them will have a component. And this one will be the screen 1 component. And this one will be the component screen 2. So now we need to create both screens, of course, and let's start by doing that. So I will create here a folder called app, and then I will just create the screens immediately inside. So screen1.tsx, and then also new file screen2.tsx. And maybe I can also borrow some code here. Screen1, let's call it screen1. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. And let's create a simple screen1. So let's create a view where we have some text. We can call this text screen1, for example. And then we can also have a button so that we can go to the next screen. On press, we will go to call a function where we say we need the navigation here. So const navigation, use navigation, come on, navigation. And this one we need to import from native indeed. So then we should also import the view from React Native, text same, button same, and here we will just say navigate or navigation dot navigate and then the name of the second screen. So let's do it like this. The button needs a title, and so we will also say move or go to screen 2. So this will be it, and we have the screen 1, so we need also to export it here. So for now we will have a screen 1 where we will have a navigate button to screen 2. So now I can borrow this code and go to the screen 2, and let's create the second screen without navigation because we don't need it. But we will need the same thing without a button, and let's say screen 2. So then here also in the bottom screen 2, and then the button we can we can remove it. So this is our screen 2. Cool. So now here I will need to import them so that we can see the transitions between screens, and we are good to go. So I think we can already try to see our apps. So let's move here and call npm run start, and then npm run Android and npm run iOS. I will wait a bit and come back to you. Okay, so now you should have in your emulators, both for Android and iOS, you should have one screen, and screen 1 go to screen 2, and screen 1 go to screen 2. So this should be the result. Okay, so now if I press go to screen 2, I can see that the screen 2 pops in, right, from the middle and expands. So yeah, I will show again. So screen 1, go to screen 2, then it comes from the middle and pops in here. And in iOS, you can see that if I press go to screen 2, then I see the screen 2, but the behavior is different. It's a slide, right? So now let's go back to our code and let's change here the navigator. So I can do initial route and then say, yeah, the initial one is screen 1, and then the screen options, I can edit them. So here you can go to transition preset, transition presets, and we can do dot, and also let's try to get it from the React navigation stack and not from React Native stack native. And then here I can see now that we have fade from bottom Android and also the slide from right iOS. So if I add this one here, I can basically override the transitions, and then what we will have is that we will have, let me quick fix this. Okay, so now it should be good. Come on, this is just linting problems. Fix. Okay, cool. So now if I go back to the screens, I can see that we have, let's wait a bit to compile. So it's refreshing. Now I have the screen 1, and if I go to screen 2, now you can see that also slides. So now we are copying the behavior from iOS to Android. And if I go here, of course, it keeps the same. So now if I go back and do, let's see, fade from bottom Android, then if I go back to our emulators, now let's wait a bit. So it's refreshing. Now if I go to screen 2, I see that it fades to the screen 2. And if I go here, it does the same on iOS. So yeah, you can in this way basically changing the navigator that you are using, the screen options, and using the transition presets. You can choose from a lot of them, and then you can also basically edit the way they behave. And so by default they behave differently from in one platform and the other, as you saw, but in this way we can align both of the platforms with whatever you prefer. So that's it. Feel free to share your thoughts and questions in the comments down below. Till next time, keep in the loop.